dito, factor of safety. You have there the design stresses and the equation between design stress and the induced stress. Okay na po?
Opo.
Okay. So, na-start natin yung tayo lang, wait. Show ko lang yung isip. Ito po, na-start na po natin ito. Ashley. Hindi pa. Okay. So, we're done doon lang sa module 1. Okay. Sige. Okay, so let us start with members under pure tension. Okay, so last time po, we have our essence of design. Okay, so yung pong mga procedures po doon, okay, so yun po yung magiging guide natin in solving for all the problems. Okay, so we always start with knowing the properties of the material as to code and as to strength. Okay, so sa solution po natin, we call that our material specification. Okay, and then followed by the application of a factor of safety taken from your table 1.1. So this factor of safety, it is dependent on the kind of load, the type of material, and then the basis of design. Okay, and then the third one is for you to determine the design stress. So we say the design stress would be the ultimate strength over the factor of safety or the yield strength over the factor of safety. Okay, so it can be sigma u or sigma y dependent upon the basis of design. And this design stress that can be in form of sigma and in form of tau. So pipiliin lang po natin between the two kung alin po yung gagamitin. So paano po natin malalaman kung alin yung gagamitin? It is based on the induced stress. Okay? So for the fourth one, okay, for a good design, you have to equate the design stress to the induced stress of the material. Okay? So sabi ko nga kanina, the design stress whether it's sigma or tau, it's dependent on your induced stress. So for the induced stresses, these are the stresses that are acting on the material dependent upon the loads na meron po siya. So it can be a tension test, a tensile test, okay? It can be a tensile stress, it can be a compressive stress, shear, o kaya po torsional or deflectional stress, right? So, kung ano po yung form ng atin na stress, that would be the same form for your design stress, okay? So, let us have here now yung first topic natin, okay? How do we design the members under pure tensile load, okay? So, a member under tensile load, tulad po nitong nasa illustration natin, okay? So you have here your member and then applied with tensile force F. So yung force po natin, it tends to pull the material, okay? So what happens now to your material? After a time, mapapansin mo, yung kanyang part na to, nagkakaroon na ng necking. So we call this po necking. Okay? So necking of force and so as yielding. So when we say yielding po, this is simply elongation. So this is elongation and at the same time necking. Okay? That of course when the material is subjected to a tensile load. Okay? So how do we um, design a member na ganito po yung force na naka-apply sa kanya? Okay? So we base our design based on the two failures. Okay? So the first one ay base po sa strength failure. Okay? So, we say, ang dimension po niya ay base sa induced stress ng material. Okay? So, we call the corresponding induced stress simply as the tensile stress. Okay? And for the equation of the tensile stress, sigma sub T equal to the tensile force over the area. Okay? Alin po yung area na yon? Okay? It should be the cross-sectional area. So, if, for example, you have there a circular cross-section, okay? Then, yung area na yun po would be pi d squared divided by 4. So, yung 4 lang, inilagay po natin dun sa numerator. So, you come up with the tensile stress equal to 4F over pi d squared. And when we say sa design po, okay, we equate, okay, so number 4 po dun sa essence natin, for a good design, you equate the design stress to the induced stress of the material, okay? So, we equate, okay, the induced stress, that is your sigma sub T, to the design stress. You look at the design stress now, okay? The design stress is in form of sigma. Why in form of sigma? It is because the induced stress po ay sigma din, yung tensile stress po natin. So, we then equate the two. Okay, base sa strength failure po natin. For sigma T, that is equal to, kung ito po ay circular, 4F over pi d squared. Okay? At ano naman po yung sigma D? Sigma D can be sigma Y over Fs o kaya naman po sigma U over Fs. Okay? So, yun po yung dalawa. Ari po ay kapag basis of design is the yield, ito naman po is basis of design is the ultimate. Okay? Kaya ano po yung equation natin? So, you have your sigma D, ay kung ilalagay po natin, paghiwalayan po natin, based on ultimate, okay, your sigma D is equal to sigma U over factor of safety. And then, for a good design, you then equate design stress to the induced stress of the material. Okay, so this is sigma U over Fs equal to the tensile stress kung siya po ay circular. Okay, so ilagay muna natin yung Ft over A. At kung siya ay circular, that is 4F over pi d squared equal to sigma U over Fs. Okay, so from this, you can compute now for a diameter. Okay, or a dimension. So, sigma U and Fs, this will be taken from the table, okay? The force here is usually given, the tensile force. Then, you can compute for the diameter. Okay, so yan po yung based on the ultimate. Okay, kung based on yield naman po, then what would be our equation? Your sigma D is equal to sigma D So this time, sigma D would be sigma Y over Fs equal to 4Ft over pi D squared. So you can have there another diameter. Tari po naman ay based on your sigma Y. Okay? So titingnan mo lang po doon sa problem, ano po ba yung requirement ng design. Okay? Is the design based on yun po sinabi, yung basis ng design, ano po yung gagamitin natin. It depends on the material. Kung ang given material po sa atin ay ductile, di ang gagamitin po natin ay based on yield. Okay? Kung siya naman po ay brittle, so ang gagamitin po natin is based on ultimate. Okay? Yun ay kapag wala lang sinabi. Okay? So that is how we decide po based on the strength failure. Okay? Base sa strength failure. So meron po tayong naging sagot base doon sa strength failure. Okay, halimbawa, base lang siya sa ultimate. So, ito lang yung sagot natin. Okay? Kung wala namang binanggit, di tingnan mo anong type ng material and then piliin mo between the two kung alin yung gagamitin. Okay? So, again, you simply equate the design stress to the induced stress of the material. Okay? So, that is how we design for the member. Okay? Pangalawa naman, ang pangalawa naman po ay base sa tinatawag natin as the deformation failure. Okay? So ano naman po yung deformation failure? Yan. Okay? When you subject the material to a tensile load, what will happen po? Okay? Pag hinila po natin yan, so sabi ko nga, nagkakaroon ng necking and at the same time, nagkakaroon ng yielding or elongation. Okay? So we have there the corresponding deformation. So the deformation is equal to FL over AE. Okay? So yan naman po ay na-derive natin during our yung sa deform po natin. Okay? So the deformation is equal to FL over AE. When you say deformation, this is simply the change in length. Okay? So this is simply delta L. So kung ito po, yan ay tension, so this is your elongation. Okay? So the elongation is equal to FL over AE. So if you have again a circular cross-section, yung area natin, papalitan po natin. Okay? So the deformation now would be equal to what? The tensile load times length, okay, over area pi d squared over 4 then E. Okay? So this is the deformation or the change in length, tensile load, original length of the material, cross-sectional area that bears the diameter or the dimension, and E is the modulus of elasticity. Okay? So, iyan po yung value. Now, yung pong value ng E, yan po ay doon din natin kukunin sa atin na table. Okay? So, kuhanin po ulit natin. Halimbawa po, doon po tayo sa table 87. Okay? Kuha po yung inyong design table. Okay? So, table 87, tapos hanapin nyo po yung AISI C1020 as row. And then, you find value of E po. Yan. Okay? So, hanapin po natin dito yung E. Okay. So, this is table 87. Okay. So, ang hahanapin mo po muna is yung material. Say, 1020 as roll. So, ito po yung 1020 as roll. So, ang gagawin mo po, titingnan mo within yung row po ng 1020 as rolled kung may given value ng E. Okay. So, pagtingin nyo po dito, wala naman po din yung value ng E. Okay. Yung kasunod po na page, yan po kadugtong niya. Pero wala din po tayo nakitang value ng E. Okay? So there are cases po na wala within the row po niya. Okay? Pero yun po ang una natin titingnan. Dapat doon sa row, tingnan mo kung may value ng E. Okay? Pag wala po doon, saan po pwedeng tingnan? It would be on the heading ng table. Okay, katulad po nito. Sa heading po ng table, makikita mo dyan, may nakalagay na modulus of elasticity in tension or compression equal to 30 times 10 to the 6 PSI. So, ibig sabihin, yun po yung ating gagamitin. At yung E po na yan would be valid for all materials listed in this table 87. Okay? So, ganun po natin hahanapin yung value ng E. Okay? At isasama po natin yan doon sa material specification. Okay? Di po pag given and then material specification. So, doon po natin siya isasama along with your sigma U and sigma Y. And then the reference table kung saan po siya nakuha. Okay? So, yun po yung ruling paghanap ng value ng E. Una muna is within the row. Okay? Pag wala dun sa row, titingnan mo naman doon sa heading ng table. Okay? O, tapos, pag wala pa din, okay, assume to use the standard. Okay? So, this is the standard value po. For steel, that's 30 times 10 to the 6 PSI or 207 gigapascal. Okay? So, gagamitin mo po itong value ito. Standard na yan kung wala po doon sa table of properties natin ang value ng E. Okay? So, yun po yung isa-substitute natin. But in this case naman po, okay, naka-indicate po yun doon sa table 87. 30 times 10 to the 6 PSI, which is equal to the standard also. Okay? Now, for the deformation failure, okay, ito naman po ang gagawin natin. So we say for a good design, you equate the allowable limit of deformation to the actual deformation. Okay, the computed deformation. So the computed deformation, yan po yung FL over area times E. Na kung circular po, magiging FL over pi d squared over 4 multiplied by the modulus of elasticity equal to the allowable limit of deformation. Okay, alin po yung allowable limit of deformation? That is, halimbawa, stated po dun sa problem, say, the member should not elongate more than 0.1 inch. Okay, so yung pong 0.1 inch, that would be the allowable limit of deformation. Pwede lang siyang magkaroon ng elongation up to this value. Okay? So, yun po yung allowable limit. At yun po yung i-equate natin to the computed deformation. Okay? To come up with, again, another diameter. Okay? Or another dimension. Okay? So, ano pong nandito, okay? So, ito po ay ay sagot galing sa deformation failure. And then, kanina po, we have come up with our answer also, gamit naman po ay itong strength failure. So, ibig sabihin, we have there two answers. Okay? So, when we design, we do have there two answers. One coming from the strength failure, the other one coming from the deformation failure. Okay? So, ano po ang gagawin ngayon? Okay? So, since we have there two answers po, okay, alin po yung pipiliin? You simply choose the larger diameter. Okay? So, dapat meron ka conclusion. Therefore, use the larger dimension. Okay? Or bigger dimension. Okay? To satisfy both criteria. Okay? Alin yung sinasabi kong both criteria? Yung dalawang failure. Okay? The strength failure and the deformation failure. Okay? So, you use the larger diameter. Kaya lalagay mo dyan, therefore, use kung alin man sa dalawa yung mas malaking value. Okay? Now, not at all times there would be a deformation failure. Okay? Ang deformation failure, meron lang if you are given this. Okay? Pero pag wala naman pong nagbanggit as to the allowable limit of deformation, then the answer would be based only on the strength failure. So, isa lang din po yung magiging sagot mo. Okay? At yun lang po yung, yun na din yung magiging conclusion. Kasi wala ka naman na pagpipili. Okay? Yun. So, yun po yung way on how we solve for a member under pure attention. Okay, let us take the case of the sample problem. Init po tayo. Okay? Yan. So, for number 2 po, okay, so for number 2 po, this is a link, okay, which is subjected to a tensile load of uh, 10,000 pounds. This is made of AISIC 1020 steel normalized. So if load is repeated but not reversed, and H is equal to 20, okay, determine the dimensions of the section, okay, with this is H is equal to 2B, sorry. This is H is equal to 2B. Determine the dimensions of the section with the design based on the ultimate strength. Okay, so ito po yung ating B, ito po yung H. So the cross-section of the link is a rectangular cross-section. Okay, so when we solve this po, okay, so ang gawin nyo po, you try to resolve on your own. Okay, do not simply rely on the solution presented po dito sa lecture note para matutunan nyo rin po kung paano po natin siya gagawin. Okay? So, ang gawin po natin, okay, gawin po natin ito instead of the ultimate strength, okay, we make it now the yield strength. Okay? Para maiba yung ating ano po, solution. Okay? So, you look at this one. Okay? So, a lake is subjected to this tensile load. Okay? This is the tensile load. This is your FT, which is equivalent to 10,000. Okay? This is the link made up of 1020 steel normalized. Okay? The load is repeated but not reversed. And then you have the cross section H and B. So you are to determine what is the value of H, what is the value of B, okay? With the design based on yield strength. Yes. Okay? So whenever you solve, you follow po yung essence of this. Here's with the given values. Okay, so we start with the given. Okay, so you identify the given values. First, you have the tensile load. That is 10,000 pounds. This is equivalent to 10 kips. Okay, so this is equivalent to 10 kips. And then another given is the relationship between the dimensions. Okay, height is equal to twice of the width. H is equal to 2B. Okay, and then after this, you have their material specification. Okay, so for material specs, know the property of the material as to the code and as to the strength. Okay, so ilalagay mo ngayon yung code, okay, ng material plus the sigma U and the sigma Y value. Ngayon lang, idadagdag mo rin yung value ng E, the modulus of elasticity, if there is, doon sa problem po natin or doon sa table po natin. So we have AISI, C, 1020 normalized. Okay, so that is our material. Okay, yun yung code. Tapos, find value of sigma U, find value of sigma Y, and if there is a value ng E, i-indicate na narin. Okay, so pakihanap po dun sa table of properties natin and what would be the value of your sigma U and sigma Y. Same thing with E. Okay, pakilagay po din sa chat box po natin. Sige po, hanap mo na po. So, saan po makikita yung 10, 20 normalized? Sigma U, sigma Y, and the value of E. Okay, you have their table 87, page 15. Okay, so hanap po yung value natin. O, di na para madali. Okay? 10, 20 normalized. Yan. 10, 20 normalized. So, sigma u is 64. Okay? And the value of sigma y, so this is 64 and the other one is 50. Okay? So, this is 64 KSI. And then this is 50 KSI. And then for the value of E, okay, for value ng E, ay wala po within the row, titingnan mo ulit dun sa heading ng table. So 30 times 10 to the 6 PSI. Okay, so E is equal to 30 times 10 to the 6. Okay, so we can have this written as 10 to the third. Okay, but then it would be in KSI. So taken from table 87, page 15. Okay? So after this is to apply a suitable factor of safety. Okay? Thank you, Glorious and Christian. Okay? So we have here now po, after po nung atin na material specification, we go now with the factor of safety. Okay, so pina-follow po natin dito is our procedure defined in the essence of design. Okay, so we have here factor of safety po yung kasunod. Okay, so after po na rin, we go now with the factor of safety. Now, for the factor of safety, it is dependent on several factors. Okay, three in fact. Yun po yung una, okay? The kind of load. So from the problem, it is stated that the kind of load is repeated but not reverse. Okay? Repeated but not reverse. So this is the kind of load. Okay? After that, ano po kasunod? The type of material. Okay? Given is 10, 20, still normalized. Okay? So what is the type of material? Anyone? Type of material given 10, 20. Okay, so okay, thank you. So from Aaron, you have their ductile, Jansfield, and then Jean and yung pang mga nauna. Okay, so we have there a ductile material since it contains, okay, 20 points of carbon. Okay, so it contains 20 points of carbon. Okay, so repeated but not reverse, ductile, and then the other one would be the basis of design. Okay, so what is then the basis of design? Yan, pinalitan ko po na rin. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, ilagay ngayon natin is based on the yield. Okay, so based on the yield. Okay, so dito sa honest solution natin dito, that would be based on the ultimate. Okay, so given this, okay, conditions, repeated but not reverse, ductile, and based on yield, okay, yung table po, 1.1 yung gagamitin natin to determine the factor of safety. Okay, so that is on page 1. Yan, okay. So kind of load, the repeated but not reverse. So ibig sabihin, it is repeated and then in one direction only. Okay, repeated in one direction only. Okay, kasi kung nakalagay po doon is repeated but not reverse. So repeated in one direction. Okay, and then you have their adductile material. And then based on the yield strength. Okay, so yun yung requirement ko. Based on the yield strength. So repeated in one direction, ductile, and then based on yield, so that would be 3. Okay, as our factor of safety. Okay, so Fs is equal to 3 taken from table 1.1, page 1. Okay, so this is the factor of safety. After applying a suitable factor of safety, you come up now with your design stress. Okay, so for the design stress, you use here sigma D. Okay, so why do we use here sigma? Because the induced stress is tensile stress, okay, in a form of sigma also. Okay, so design stress would be equal to what? Since ang nakalagay natin ngayon din is based on the yield strength, then the design stress should be based on the yield strength. So that would be equal to sigma y over factor of safety. Okay? And then you simply substitute. Sigma y is 50 KSI, and then the factor of safety is equal to 3. Then what would be the value of the design stress? Ano pong value ng design stress po natin? Recompute. That's just 50 divided by, okay, so we have there 16.667 KSI for the design stress, right? So, ano po yung kasunod natin dyan after the design stress? After the design stress, dyan na papasok yung dalawang way po natin on how to solve for the dimension. Okay? It's by the strength failure, okay, designing against the strength failure, and then ang isa naman po is considering your deformation failure. Okay, but then looking at the sample problem po, okay, dito po sa given po natin at dito sa problem, we are not given the allowable limit of deformation. Okay, so kung wala po yung binigay na allowable limit of deformation, therefore, our design will be based only on the strength failure lang po. Okay, so base lang po sa and failure kasi walang binigay. Pero kung may binigay po na gano'n, then dalawa po yung magiging sagot na may niyo po. So, kasunod po ng design stress would be yung pong strength failure. Again, ito lang po ang meron kasi walang binigay na deformation, okay, limit. Okay, so sa strength failure po, we say for a good design, we then equate the design stress to the induced stress of the material, which is the tensile stress, right? The tensile stress, this is equal to force over the area. Okay? Ano po ngayon yung ating area? This is our cross-section, rectangular. And for a rectangle, ang cross-section po natin is measured by the base and the height, the width and the length. Okay? So therefore, yung A po natin would be equal to B times H. Okay? B times H, length and the width. But then there is a relationship given in that such a way that yung B po natin, yung H po natin is equal to 2B. Okay? So you have there H is equal to 2B. So ang gagawin mo po, yung H po natin, you simply express that as 2B. Okay, so FT over B times 2B, we yield there FT over 2B squared. Okay, so FT over 2B squared. So this FT, substituting the value, FT is equal to 10 kips. Okay, so this is 10 kips po over 2b squared. And what is our value of sigma d? Ano pong na-solve natin dito as the design stress? 16.667 KSI. Okay? This one, tapos ito, or you can come up now with a Use your calculator po to compute for the value of B. Okay, so you have there 0.548. Okay, so okay po yun. So B is equal to 0.548 inches. Okay, but then as I have said po, hindi po pwede ganyan lang yung answer natin. Okay, we have to express our answer po to the commercially available size. Okay, so what is the commercially available size para doon sa B value po na yun? Okay, so let me show you po. Sorry, nawala yung ano. Wait. So, hindi po pwede na yung atin pong answer is just that computed value. Okay? We need to convert that po to the commercially available size. Okay? So, done po natin na incorporate yung economic aspect po ng ating design. Okay? By expressing it to the standard size. So, these are the preferred sizes. Kalit lang ako ng so this yan. So yan po yung mga preferred sizes, yan po yung gagamitin natin to come up with a standard size. Okay, paano po siya gamitin? Halimbawa po, nakuha po nating sagot. Okay, halimbawa po, nakuha po natin sagot, diameter, okay, say for example is 3.36 inches. Okay, so halimbawa po yan. 3.36 inches po, yun nakuha po natin na sagot. Okay? So, ano po yung magiging standard size for this? Okay? So, dito mo po titingnan sa preferred sizes natin. Okay? So, dito po is the increment. Okay? Ari po ay increment. At ari naman po is yung range. Okay? So you have there 1 over 64 between 1 over 64 to 1 over 32. Okay? And then so on. So ang una mo pong titingnan is the range value. Okay? So yung sagot po natin, nasa bang range yun? 3.36. So yun po ay in between 3 to 6. Okay? So nandito po sa range na yan. And ano po yung increment doon sa range na yon? That is 1/4. So ano yung available sizes? Okay? So ano yung mga available sizes natin? Starting with 3, okay? Ano po yung kasunod? It would be 3 and 1/4. Okay? Tapos 3 and 1/2 in increments of 1/4. 3 and 3/4. Tapos po 4. Okay? Ano kasunod ng 4? 4, 4 and 3/4. Tapos 5. Tapos 5 and 1/4. 5 and 1/2, 5 and 3/4, tapos po 6. Okay? So these are the available sizes for this range. 1/4 between 3 to 6. Okay? Our answer here is 3.36. And if you are to convert that, okay, 3.36, it is in between 3 and 1/4 and 3 and 1/2. Okay? Ang pinipili na po natin palagi yung mas malaki, ay yung pinakamalapit na value na mas malaki. Okay? Pwede po siya sa 3/1/4, 3/1/2. Kaya lang po, malapit po siya dito. Kaya lang, ari po ay kulang. Okay? So, kasi this is equivalent to 3.25. Okay. Kaya po yung gagamitin natin. Okay? So, say you use 3 and 1/2 of an inch as the standard size. So, you would have there your conclusion. Therefore, use diameter equal to 3 and 1/2 of an inch. Okay? So, ganun po natin ginagamit itong preferred sizes natin. At ganun po tayo magko-convert into the standard size. Okay? O, halimbawa po, isa pa po. Say, diameter nakuha natin is 1 and 1.273. Ayan, 1.273 inches. So, saan naman po siya papasok? Okay, so saan po siyang range? Nandito po siya sa 7/8 up to 3. Okay, so set off, okay, or 8/8. Tapos, ano po sunod sa 1? 1 and 1/8, 1 and 1/2, 1 and 2/8. Okay, so ganun po. So, hanapin nyo po ngayon yung value nung G. So, ano po ang equivalent nito on the standard size? Okay, so ang gagawin nyo muna po, ano po yung mga available sizes on this range? So, we start with 7/8. Tapos, 8/8 na po ang sunod. Ang 8/8 is equivalent to 1. Tapos, 1 and 1/8. So, 1 and 2/8. And on 2/8, that is equivalent to 1/4. Okay? Tapos, 1 and 3/8. 1 and 4/8 or 1 and 1/2. Tapos, hanggang marating mo po yung 3. Okay? But then, ano pong given? 1.273. Nandito lang po yun. Okay? 1 and 1/2, 1 and 5/8, 1 and 6/8 or 2/3. Tapos, 1 and 7/8. Tapos, 2. And so. So, ano po ang equivalent na? Alin po dyan? O, alin po dyan yung standard size niya? Okay, tama po. That would be 1 and 3/8 of an inch. Okay? So, that would be our answer. Okay? Ay, balik, 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 balik. Okay, so we have there, say, 1 and 3/8 of an inch. So, that is our answer. Okay? Yan. So, ang gagawin po natin ngayon, dun sa answer nyo po kanina, okay, ibabalik po natin, then you try to, you take a screenshot muna po na rin, yung prepared sizes. Paki-screenshot nyo muna po, para po ma-convert nyo po yung kanina, yung naging answer po natin, doon sa problem on the value of. So, ari po, again, this is the increment, at ari po yung range po. Na-screenshot nyo ka po, hindi po.
Nawala po, ma'am.
Ari po, ito pong tell me po if it's okay na, tapos ilipat po natin doon sa solution po natin kanina. Okay na po?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you try naman po to uh, convert po yung answer po natin 0.548 inch into the standard size. So what would be its equivalent? Andun po yan sa 3/8 up to 3/16 up to 7/8. Okay, 3/16 up to 7/8. So it would have an increment of 1/16. Okay, so ano po yung equivalent po nito? Okay, tama po. So you come up with 9/16. Okay, of an inch. So that is simply our B value. Okay? So after having the B value, since dalawa po yung dimension, you are to find now the value of H. Okay? So ano naman po yung H? So sabi po doon, it is equal to B. Okay? 9/16, okay, by 2. Okay? So what is our answer now? So 9/16, that is 18/16, or say simply equal to 1. Okay? 1/16, 1 and 1/8 of an inch. Okay? So ari po yung value ng B at ari po yung value ng H. And then you have your conclusion now. Say, therefore, use B equal to 9/16 of an inch and H equal to 1 and 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so yun po yung answer po natin, okay, on this particular example. Okay, so ang atin pong solution dito, ang atin pong solution ay base lang doon sa strength failure. Okay? So, base lang po doon dahil wala pong binigay na allowable limit of deformation. Okay? So, hanap po tayo dito ng isang problem kung saan merong ibinigay na allowable limit of deformation. Okay? So say for example, on this design work 1, okay? So design work 1. Okay? So ari po ay halos parehas din noong sinolve natin. Okay? Ito po yung sinasabi ko na merong allowable limit. Okay? Not more than mas na at elongate more than 0.005 of an inch. Okay? So, halimbawa, isolve lang po natin, okay, is yung based on the uh, yield or based on the ultimate. Kahit po alin sa dalawa. Okay? So, we try to solve po, okay, this problem 1. So, pakigawa nyo muna po, okay, yung given material specification, okay, and then you have your factor of safety up to the design stress, okay? Okay, so we have there problem one. Link shown made of 1045 steel as old is subjected to a tensile load of 8,000 pounds. Let H is equal to 1.5 of B. If the load is repeated but not reversed, okay, determine the dimensions of the section with the design based on the ultimate strength and the yield strength. If this length, which is 15 inches long, must not elongate more than 0.005 of an inch, then what should be the dimensions of the cross section? Okay? Say, ang gawin po lang natin is yung letter C. Okay, so letter C. So, i-consider po natin yung kanyang elongation. Okay, allowable limit. Okay, so we start with the given values. Okay, we have there the tensile load equal to 8,000 pounds or equivalent to 8 kips. You have there yung H is equal to 1.5 of V and the allowable limit of deformation equal to 0.005 of an H. Okay? And also, you are given the length 15 inches. Okay? And then kasunod po would as road. So, pakihanap nyo nga po what is the value of sigma u, what is the value of sigma y, and if you have there E, the modulus of elasticity. Ano pong value ng sigma u, sigma y? Palagay po din sa ating chat box. Sigma u, sigma y, and E. Okay, thank you, Jansville, Jean. Okay. So we have there sigma u is 96 and 59. This one is 59 KSI. And this is 30 times 10 to the third KSI. If it's PSI, then divide by 1,000. That becomes 30 times 10 to the third KSI for the value. Taken from what table? Saan po galing na table? Table 87, page 15. So, taken from table 87, page 15. Okay? So, after material specification would be our factor of safety. Okay? So, what are then the conditions? Palagay po is repeated but not reverse load. Okay? And then the type of material. Okay? This is C1045. There therefore, this is a ductile. Okay? And then the second one is of the Sangmonan. Okay? So, based on ultimate. Ano po yung letter A? Repeated but not reversed, ductile, and based on ultimate. Okay? So, what would be the value of the factor of safety? Anong magiging factor of safety? O, tingnan ulit yung condition. Repeated but not reverse. So, therefore, repeated one direction, ductile, and sigma. Okay, repeated one direction. You have their ductile. Base of 6. Right? Okay. So, naputo yata. Okay. So, ang factor of safety po natin depends on the three conditions. Repeated but not reverse. So, therefore, that is repeated in one direction. Okay. And then the second one, it's a ductile material and based on ultimate. So, therefore, we arrive at a value of 6. Okay. Para po sa factor of safety po natin. Okay? So, for this letter A, your Fs is equal to 6 coming from table 1.1, page 1. Okay? So, yun po yung factor of safety. Okay? Oh. So, kung ang gagawin niyo naman po is letter B, you would have a different factor of safety based on the yield. And then, in this case, it will be equal to 3. Okay? So, yan po yung Fs. Okay? Ano po ang kasunod ng, dito pa lang po ang ating sinusolve ha, based on ultimate lang. Okay? After a factor of safety, you come up with the design stress. Okay? So, what would be the value of the design stress? Your sigma D is equal to sigma Y, sigma U over the factor of safety. So, yung nakuha po natin na sigma U, that's 96 KSI divided by 6. Okay, the factor of safety based on the ultimate strength. So, what would be the value of sigma D? So, what is 96 over 6? Okay, so we have there 16 KSI. Pag po nawawala yung connection, ano na lang po, pa-inform na lang po. So, napuputol-putol po ito. Okay, so the value is 16. Okay, so sigma D is equal to 16 KSI. Okay, and then after the design stress, yun nga po, doon na po tayo papasok doon sa procedure po natin. Okay? And since dito po may binigay na allowable limit of deformation, so dalawa po yung magiging sagot natin. Isa coming from the strength failure, and then the other one will come from the deformation failure. Okay? So coming from the strength failure, okay, so you consider first yung strength failure. So sa strength failure, we say, for a good design, equate the design stress to the induced stress of the material. So sigma D equal to the tensile strength. Okay, so the tensile strength, this is equal to FT over the area. So ano po yung area natin? Rectangular po ulit with B and H relation. Okay, so this is FT times B times H. Okay? And yung B at H, yun nga, meron po siyang relationship. So we express one in terms of the other. H is equal to 1.5 of B. Okay? So B times 1.5 of B. And, okay, so the design stress, therefore, would be equal to FT over 1.5 B. Eight kips. Okay, 8,000 pounds or 8 kips over 1.5, okay, B squared. Okay? And then from there, you can solve now for B. Solve nga po ako ng Okay, so 0.577 inch. Okay, yan. 0.577 inches. Okay? And then you look for the standard size for this. Yan. So, ito pong sagot natin, this is basically galing pa lang po doon sa ano po natin, doon sa strength failure. Okay? So, ang idadagdag po natin ngayon dito is the deformation failure. Pakikuha po ng standard nito ha. Ididiretso ko lang muna po doon sa deformation tapos saka ko po ulit babalikan. Okay? So, ito po yung first part. Okay? So, ang kasunod po niyan, dito po yung sa strength failure. Ang kadugtong po, okay, number would be yung pong ating deformation failure. For ano naman po ang ine-equate natin dito? It is the allowable limit of deformation to the computed deformation. Okay? So the computed deformation is simply FL over area times A. And yung FT natin, we have yung length, yung area. Ano po yung value ng area? It is equal to 1.5 by B squared. Incorporated na po dito yung H at saka yung B. That is simply H times B. And since H is equal to 1.5 of B, kaya po naging 1.5 B squared multiplied by the value of E equal to the allowable limit of deformation. Okay? And then, ang kasunod niyan is you substitute na po yung values, okay, nung FT, nung L, okay, nitong allowable limit, at saka yung value ng E to come up with another dimension for B. Okay? So, i-substitute po natin. Okay? So, what would be the value? Yung allowable limit po ng deformation, balikan ko lang po, is equal to 0.005. Okay? Yan. 0.005 of an inch. So, we have 0.005 of an inch equal to yung FT, that is 8 kips. We have their length is 15 inches divided by 1.5 B squared. And E is 30 times 10 to the third. Okay? K S I. Now, yung ulo. So, na yun, meron ulit. Okay, ano yung standard ng isa and then you solve for another B from the deformation failure. Okay, for the deformation failure, okay, B is equal to 0.73. Okay, so tama po yun. So, paki-convert ko ngayon yung dalawang sagot natin into the standard size. Okay, so we have there 5/8 and the other one is 3/4. Lagay po natin. So this is 5/8 of an inch. And then this one is 3/4 of an inch. But then for the dimension, okay, we have there B, ang isa pa po yung H. Okay, so you try to find value of H that would be equal to 1.5, okay, 1.5 of B. Okay, 1.5. Oh, Answer po. Okay, so with these 2 po, so ang naging sagot po natin ngayon dito, kung mapansin niyo po, dalawa. Okay? Kasi nga, one will come from doon po sa strength failure, and then the other one coming from the deformation failure. Okay? So base po doon sa dalawa, ang iyo pong conclusion, pipiliin mo lang po doon sa dalawa kung alin yung mas malaki. Okay? Kung alin po yung mas malaki, that would be our final answer. Okay? So, dapat po, pag nakuha mo po yung dalawang sagot na yan, okay, so ito po yung unang set. Okay? So, you use B equal to 3/4 of an inch kasi mas malaki po yun over this one. Okay? And ano po yung H value natin? Yung equivalent po dito. Okay? Ano nga po yung equivalent nito? Sino pong may sagot na for the two? Anyone? So you simply multiply 1.5 by 5/8 and then make it a fraction. That's 1 and 1/8. Alin po ang 1 and 1/8? Jerome?
Yung sa 3/4 po, ma'am.
Does it come dito sa strength o doon sa deformation?
Sa strength po.
Sa 3/4. Okay?
Ay, sa
So you have
deformation.
there sa deformation.
Deformation po.
Okay, so sa deformation. Okay, so you have there 1 and 1/8. Okay, so you use B is 3/4 and then this one is 1 and 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so this would be yung final answer. Okay, ayun po ay kinonsider both. Okay, strength and the deformation, pili ka ng mas malaki. Wala po aring conclusion. So, bitin po yung sagutin. Okay? Kasi dalawa yung naging sagot mo. So, dapat pipili. Okay? So, ganun din po yung gagawin nyo. Okay? Doon sa letter B naman. Okay? Base naman sa yield. Okay? So, gagawin mo naman uli, may strength failure ka base sa yield. Tapos, gagawa ka uli ng sa deformation. Tapos, pipili ka pa uli. Okay? Kung alin yung mas malaki between. Okay, so idugtong mo po yung solution nyo. Dito naman po, gamit naman po. Okay? Kasi ang factor of safety mo should be based on the yield this time. Okay? So simula po, babaguhin mo na agad. Factor of safety, pupunta pong design stress kasi this would be sigma y over fs, tsaka ka po uli mag-strength failure at tsaka po mag-deformation failure. Okay? So sige po, you solve first po yung letter B natin. Okay? Using, okay, basis is yung yield strength naman. Ano yung magiging final answer? So, ano, babago na kaagad yon hanggang dun sa, okay? So, try to solve po yung P na yun. Okay, ano pong answer natin? O dun sa solution niyo, okay, is on the strength failure. Okay? Magkaiba lang po sa strength failure kasi nakabase ngayon siya doon sa yield strength. Okay? Pero dito po sa deformation failure, parehas lang din po yung makukuha nyo. Three-fourths pa din. Ito pa rin po yung solution natin. Okay? Kasi the same allowable limit naman po yan. Okay? And the equation here is not dependent po on the value of your sigma y. Okay? Kaya parehas lang din po yung makukuha nyo dito. Value. Okay? Three-fourths pa din. Okay? And also, yun pa ding 1 and 1/8. Okay? Tingnan nyo lang is doon sa strength failure, okay? Will it yield higher than this value? Okay? Kung hindi po yan, mas mataas yung value na makukuha mo dito sa sagot natin on the deformation failure, then base sa yield strength mo, ito pa rin yung final answer natin. Okay? Ito pa din yung mapipili mo. Kasi mas malaki pa rin ito over that of the yield. Okay? Sino po ang nandun na? Ano po yung nakuha nyo dito sa sa strength failure? Ang gagawin po doon is yun nung yung kanina, lahat lang po ay gagawin yung sigma. Okay, Miss Reina, 9/16 is answer for hello, Miss Reina?
Pero yung gamit ko here.
Sa strength, sa strength failure. Okay? So 9/16 is your answer on this strength failure. Okay? Based on the yield. And then, considering this 9/16, okay? Comparing that with yung naging answer natin on the deformation failure, which is equal to 3/4, malaki pa rin po yung value no sa 3/4. Okay? Therefore, yung final answer mo po, yung conclusion mo po, is still to use 3/4 of an inch and h equal to 1 and 1/8. Okay? Kasi nga, yung parehas lang yung deformation failure nila and kung ikukumpara natin doon sa strength failure, mas malaki. Kaya yun pa rin po yung final answer natin kahit pa siya ay based on the yield strength. Okay? So, sana po yung iba, nakuha din po, same answer po. Okay? At nakuha nyo kung paano po i-sinosolve yung or kumukuha ng dimension, okay? For members at again, dalawa po, strength and deformation failure. Tapos, piliin mo lang kung alin ang mas okay. Wala naman pong binigay na allowable limit of deformation, okay? So, ibig sabihin, wala po itong solution natin base sa deformation failure. Kung ano po yung naging sagot, yan na, nawala na. Okay. So, yung allowable limit po, okay, yan yung not to elongate more than this. Okay? So, yun po yung allowable. Kung wala po yun, sagot po natin base lang sa strength rate. Okay? So, I think it's, time na po tayo. So, I'll stop the presentation. Try to solve po for your practice po itong mga design work natin on members under pure tension. Okay? Okay, everyone. Attendance check muna po tayo. Will you open your camera? O yan, ganda na inyong background with ME3203. O, nawala si Miss Ashley. Nasaan si Miss Ashley? Miss Ashley, nawala